What does a racoon in the Florida Everglades have in common with a crab from Christmas Island? The answer lies in alien invasions. The natural world is a haven for wild creatures. But when uninvited guests arrive, heaven can quickly turn to hell. Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean is used to an invasion of a certain kind. But this is a natural phenomenon. Every breeding season, millions of mini red crabs come ashore. The sheer number is a defence mechanism against native predators like birds and adult crabs. But nothing can prepare the hoards for the army of alien invaders that are on the march. With behaviour befitting their name. These yellow crazy ants don't belong here. Brought to the island by accident by human travellers 100 years ago. Their numbers have gone from strength to strength, without any natural predators to keep them in check. And the six-legged soldiers run wild. Declaring war on the newborn babies. They tear them limb from limb. And even bring the battle to the biggest of the island giants, robber crabs. Over a metre wide and protected by his hard shell, this male looks indestructible. For more than 50 years, he's survived on his island home. But today, the tiny terrorists have him in their sights. Working as one, the ants take down their target, using chemical warfare. First they go for his legs, spraying formic acid in his joints. Then they go for his eyes. Blind and disorientated, he's quickly overwhelmed. A grisly end to a long life, as the tiny titans claim their prize. Of course, the ants aren't to blame. They didn't ask to be brought here. Like most invasive species, their arrival is not their fault. It's ours. Throughout human history, humanity's desire to travel and explore new lands has often had a devastating impact on the world's wildlife. Native animals often fell victim to the creatures we brought with us, because free of natural predators, parasites and competition, the newcomers would spread rapidly. From the rabbits we deliberately introduced to Australia, so we could hunt them for sport and food, which multiplied in their millions, outcompeting local wildlife and eating them out of house and home. To ravenous rats that's stowed away on ships, spreading disease. To predatory pets, and we're not just talking about domestic cats and dogs. In America, the Florida Everglades are under attack by an invasion of giant snakes. Popular as pets in the 1970s, Burmese pythons were released into the wild when they grew too big to handle. Adult females can lay up to 100 eggs a year, so it's easy to see how numbers exploded. Today the Everglades are overrun, and the native creatures are having the life squeezed out of them. When it comes to invasive species, prevention is always better than cure. And we can all do our bit. Awareness is key. When you're travelling between countries or even states, be careful not to bring any accidental arrivals along for the ride. If you've been exploring the great outdoors, always clean your shoes carefully. Wash down any sports kit and make sure you don't take any tiny travellers back home. Like, share and subscribe to Wild for the World to share the love of nature.